happening, people? The Chelsea scarf is here for tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? To redeem a win. What you lot saying? Big up every single one in the chat. The algorithm is mad, like my guy CP told me. It's true. There's loads of videos, but guess what? You diehard fans will be here. And you will continue to be here when the channel keeps growing. My guys are on here and you have good conversations. Hit the like button. And also, all the descriptions will be added at the end of this video and during this video. So everybody you see, if you like their content, you know what to do, man. You know what to do. But the first things first, everybody on the show, always show respect in the chat. Got my guys here early as always. CP Arsenal fan. I know you're pumped. Like, I just know you are. You have to be. Or
this
you're not.
This is regular, man. This is regular, man. I'm used to this, man. You know what I mean? No, I could never. I could never. Yo, do you know how much time? You know what time they did this to us?
You can't do the both in City. You can't. You City, you gotta have him. That's what I was for the day.
I'm happy, rude boy.
Say no more. And then Jay, who, funny enough, for the first time in about 2 months has a win in the league. Like,
big up.
He's actually been that long. Big up, Jay. What are you saying?
It feels bittersweet. Big up the man there, man. Feels wrong to celebrate, man. It feels wrong to celebrate. It's like cheating on your girl and telling her you love her, blood. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong, man. It doesn't feel right. But yeah, man, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. Big up Chess. Big up CP, obviously. Big up the man then when they join, man. Make sure you lot pay your rent. Smash the likes up. Pay your rent. Nothing's free.
I have to remind them because more people join the stream after about 10 minutes in terms of the viewers. People are flooding, so I'll get on to them. But yeah, man, there's only one place to start. It has to be Arsenal, man. It has to be. If you didn't watch that game, even with me and Jay's rivals, it was actually a good game to watch. Like, it was actually a lot more entertaining than I thought it would be. I thought it would be an Arsenal onslaught. But Man City did do their thing as well. They had their chances. And that goal that Partey scored and the chance that Raya saved, I think, before the half ended, that could have changed the whole game. They make it 2-1. That game could be completely different. So there's a lot of players to speak about CP, in it. There's a lot. There's a lot of players in the team who turned up. But is it fair to say Man City... Is the win is it a fake win? You know I'm going with this, innit? I'm being negative. I'll give you the floor first. I'm moving mad.
I'm gonna have to lean on you two, you know, because I was filming in it, so I had the game on, but I wasn't engulfed.
Do you know
what I mean?
Yeah. What was you doing something else in the meantime? Yeah,
I think that City, obviously, you can say City did kind of give them the goals and whatnot. A lot of the goals come from mistakes and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you get these chances, you still have to take them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they might turn the ball over in the penalty area, but you still got to put the ball in the back of the net. And everyone's biggest, I guess you could say, grit with Arsenal is that they get the chances and don't bury them. And today they buried them, bro. So you have to just credit where credit's due, man. They buried their chances. You know what I'm saying? It feels nice when you put 4 or 5 past Man City in it, CP. Don't lie.
For real.
You know
no, facts.
Nice.
Respect
where
respect is due. You might be doing that on a regular still.
We're not doing this. No, we're not doing this. Don't do that. No, don't do that.
What can I even say? Is it a thing?
Yeah, it's
a hit and miss, man.
Start on the positives. Don't let me move mad. Put me in place. Don't let me move mad. Talk about the team.
No, because it can, because when you think about it, you score 5 today, but there's been games when you struggle to score, so it is possible. So what's going on now? You know what I mean? You're leading into the narratives a bit, do you know what I mean? But then just to turn up on this particular day, I think it's like a bit of
Go on.
Do you think we're a bit complacent? Because you see,
you know what? I love these talking points. That's why I started challenging you, because these kind of questions are really good. You know what it is? You won the game. We're going to speak about the game, guys. Everyone join the chat. Hit the like button. Everybody who joins. I added the Mandem channels in the description literally just now. So check that out. But it is, you won the game. But you can't get overly gassed by it, if that makes sense. Because it hasn't really changed anything. Not in terms of the league. But I'm saying, CB's right. Why is it you turn up today? Why am I against Villa? Why am I against Villa?
Facts.
See, this is the thing, Oh, you know what? It's such an interesting conversation to be. It is Because when you take one win in isolation, you're allowed to be happy. CP's allowed to come. Yo, Ches, what you man saying? You haven't won yet. Jay, you're 10th. But Ches, where are you in the league? Cool, that's fine. That's fine. But then you have to go, hold a minute, this is the same team that drew against Villa last minute. 2 weeks ago. The same, by the way, the exact same team. Barring, I think, one player, Saliba. Saliba was the player who didn't play. That was the exact same team. Literally.
And you know what adds to it as well?
So that's why you got to look, because this part of the season, to interrupt you, this part of the season isn't necessarily about the performances. It's not about the 5-1. It's about the result. So therefore, we can't look at this performance and neglect the other results.
Yeah, I hear you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
it's a weird one. I know it's a negative, but at the same time, it's like you'd be annoyed if you were an Arsenal fan because it's like, where was this a few weeks ago?
No, for real, because it happened in this game a little bit as well because it was 1-0, it was 1-1, and then we just turned it on and went to goal. It's like we get lulled to death. Like it's like, and it's been annoying because a team will just sit in the low block, let us have the ball, let us think we're controlling and dominating, and then the game goes by and we ain't won. So, but to see them, there was a bit of needle in this game because, like, I see Gabriel said something to Haaland when we scored, and then Skelly doing Haaland's celebration. So it's like, yeah, there was a mad motivation to want to beat these man. Pause. But where is that in all the other games? Which is annoying because you can clearly do it. And then I'm a man who don't believe that we're a bottle job team. Like, you get, I mean, when people call me bottle job and all of that, and they want to disregard all the injuries and all that annoys me, and I don't like that narrative. But then when stuff like this happens, it maybe not a bottle job, but it leads into the mentality conversation a bit. And it's like, I don't like that because all the time I'm defending you, I just feel like an idiot now.
I've got a question for you, CP. Do you think, right, that overconfidence has bred complacency throughout your squad in terms of some of these games that you said yourself, you dropped points in certain games like the Villas, like the Bournemouths, like the Fulhams, the West Hams? Do you think that's come from overconfidence? Because from today, it seemed like you lot had one plan, bro, and it was to go there and win. There was nothing else. And in previous years and months and results and fixtures and whatnot, we've seen Arteta set up to just you know what I'm saying, look, if we can get the win, we'll scumbag the win, but don't lose first. It looked like today a lot of them man had a lot more freedom, bro. Like for the first time in a while, and I can put rivalry aside because man's a football fan before anything, you get me. I actually enjoyed what I was watching, bro. Like I actually enjoyed. It looked like your players were playing with more freedom, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It looked like, especially, bro, Skelly, man.
Big deal, you know.
He's gonna be a serious
big
Premier
deal.
League
He's got
player,
the attitude as well.
Because he's got the mentality of a 26-year-old. And how old is he? 18?
Yep. And
there you go, bro.
Nwaneri as well.
He's a youth.
And even at 1 year he finished, that's becoming natural to him now. That's what I have to give credit where it's due, bro. That was an excellent finish still. That's what I'm used to seeing Son do. You know what I'm saying? Cutting off the right, wrap it into the corner, cutting off the left, wrap it into the corner. So I can't lie. If this is why I feel like it's bittersweet for you, man, as well, because if you had added to this team that you've got now, because you have a spine, you have a core, if you had just added the few little bits of quality, bro, you lot could have probably closed the gap on Liverpool on a madness, but you haven't gone out there and done that, man. So that's why, does it not feel a little bit bittersweet?
You know, it's weird because it brings. You're right, because you know what's mad? Because normally on these stream things, yeah, we're all kind of level-headed here, but normally we're just battling narratives, like, you know what I mean? But now I kind of got a win. I can kind of talk about some of my fears from a safe place because we still won.
Like, yeah, you know, the irony, you win, so you can actually be a bit more negative when you win.
Do you get what I mean?
Things, yeah.
And then think about it, because I've been battling the whole narrative about we need a striker, we need a guy, we need a bagsman, we need to, like, do you get what I'm saying? And I'm here fighting and I'm going, yeah, but Liverpool didn't have that out and out striker. And having up with, I mean, this team scored more than Invincibles. We scored, we had, I think, the best goal difference last season and stuff like that. We scored bare goals. So I'm like, they're capable of doing it. But then they don't do it so much. And it's like, I'm even at the point where now, we just need the bagsman. And I was fighting that narrative for for the longest, I think it's going to mess up the way we play. There's only one Haaland. There's no one that's going to fit the system and do the same things. But I'm even at the point now, especially with Saka and Jesus missing that. Like this window going by and man not signing no one is annoying me. It's annoying me.
Yeah,
and you know what?
Is it interesting? Yeah. Go on.
And you know what? You know what it is as well, Ches. Yeah. You see, like I think Arteta is a great coach. I think we're an extremely well coached team. I think he makes some of these players, not all of them, because some of them are great, but I think the system and the way he set the team up, it makes us a little bit better than what we actually are. At times.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah.
You know, it is a good thing. But what I've noticed now, is that team that's so coached under him is easy to get lulled into a dull game and lose. But if you notice, what's his name? Calafiori is first season with Arteta. So Arteta's overcoaching ain't really got to him yet to nullify his game. He's very Rambo. He's someone who follows the ball. He doesn't stay back in position. He follows the ball. He follows his own headers. He's an ahead of the ball player. He always wants to make a run. Arteta hasn't had a lot of time with him to dampen his game. Like, do you get what I mean? Skelly has been a first season really playing with the first team, so you can kind of contribute that he hasn't been coached as much as some of these other players Arteta has been with, and he's doing well. And then Nwaneri is another player in that same boat. So it's like all these players that are not under
Arteta's
coaching seem to be the standout players at the moment, and it's making me think
so many different talking points in this conversation. There's a lot.
Like I think he overcoached us to death.
There's a lot. Because
there to unpack, man.
Yeah,
there's a lot. That's why I said there's a lot to unpack. Because, like, if I don't know why. By the way, man, I didn't preempt me being negative on Arsenal when I started the team. It wasn't like I went, I'm going to give this question and see who's on the panel, just even turns up. It was more because something came to my head. I was like, you know what? Is he annoyed more than happy? Because why wasn't this here? And then you mentioned great points about how players who haven't been under him for long have this natural urge to do what they've been doing in previous clubs or how their ability in general, and now they're not being out-coached or micromanaged. You're starting to see a bit of flourishes with unique quality. Like Skelly's goal today was nothing to do with coaching. He just coiffed it. You know what I'm saying? Ortega got blocked, is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then, for example, when Yeri's goals, or we see him do it against Girona during the week. So it's like it's one of them ones, isn't it? So
he's
done
that a few times.
Yeah, like that's his trademark, cutting an effort sort of thing. So for me, yeah, man, I don't know why I thought that, but it's just I know it is. I put myself in your position. If I was Chelsea and we were in your position, I'd be very annoyed. I'll be happy. I'll be happy about the win. I was hoping we can come back. I know you're very positive in the outlook, like keep it chill, it is what it is. But I wouldn't be overly negative about the team. But at the same time, it's like, is it an issue where you only turn up when you know you need to? Sort of thing.
Do you know what?
When the eyes are on you, it's like, oh yeah, we turn up. Because you might haven't lost a Big Six game in 2 years, but you've won no trophies.
Yeah.
It's a weird one, isn't it? It's like, surely you'd want the other way around.
I think
you want to win.
I think if you look at it,
is this food before?
This is how and I'm gonna use an analogy because it's the best way to describe it, innit? You see, like you're dating a girl, you break up with her, and then you get a new girlfriend, and she's doing things for you, and then it makes you start noticing things that your old girlfriend wasn't doing. I feel like that's how it feels like after Arsenal, whenever they go out and get a massive win, like or a big statement victory, it makes you start looking at like, like if we've been doing this now, like where's this been the last couple years and that? So I get where Chess is coming from still. That's why it's easy to kind of micro-analyze them as a team and previous performances, bro. I don't like using this cliche term, champions performance, but sometimes when you play, and you go out and you beat these teams, you play like a team that's ready to win the Premier League. Like you play like a team that has won the Premier League before. Arteta coaches like a manager who has experience winning the Premier League. So then you have to sit there and think, is it a mentality thing? And another thing I've realized about certain coaches, because I've got this problem at my club, and my mum was the person who actually told me this. Big up Mumsy, because she's a Chelsea fan, innit? Big up Mumsy.
Big up.
But She said to me that a lot of football coaches now set their teams up to the strengths of them as a coach rather than setting their teams up to the strengths of their players. And it hampers performances. So this, like you said, Chet, this is why, and CP as well, this is why you will see a Skelly go and play so freely, see a Wanyeri play so freely with so much freedom, because they haven't had that coached out of them yet. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been...
said it. I thought CP said it.
It's true though.
It's a good point though.
Because just look at what's his name.
Players we're speaking about today, like that links me to the CP. Who would you stand out performance, and then everyone's gonna see Skelly. And it's literally for the reason you said.
And it's been like that for a while. I don't think he's had a bad game yet. Like, do you know what I mean? And if you think about what we've just said, look at Martinelli's career. He was brought in as a cheap player who was not meant to be nothing special. Done well every season. Hit a season when he hit 15. And it's like the longer he's been here, like, and it's the perfect contrast, Martinelli and Trossard. Because when I watch Martinelli, he looks like he's been given some instructions, and he does those instructions to the T. He doesn't just play the game and be free and run around and let stuff happen. He sticks to a T of what he's told to do. But Trossard is a man who's pushing. I don't know if he's 30 yet, but he's an older player. He's been playing the game a long time. He's got a lot of faith in what
28.
He's doing. Oh yeah, so cool, 28. But you could tell he's a player. How can I say this? He's a player who's not easy to, like, if he's not happy, he's gonna let it be known. He's not a guy who just fits in and does what he's told. He's got his own viewpoint. That's why he'll score and won't celebrate. So he's a very me first, and put me first, what I want to do. So that's why he don't play the role the same way as Martinelli does. And not even just off of what do you call it aspect, not even of a what the manager wants him to do. But he don't even be in, by the way. He don't even be in the same positions. Do you get what I mean? Like he'll be at, you don't see Martinelli at striker as much. So Trossard does what he wants to do to go and score a goal. Fuck what the team needs. Fuck where the manager wants me. I'm just going to do what I need to do and float to where I need to go. And Martinelli has been coached to a place where it's kind of been, his attributes have been nullified because he's so coached into Arteta's system that it's changed his whole game.
Literally. What you're saying is Trossard, before he came Arsenal, had a freer role. He's an older player. He's learnt the trade. So he knows how to score goals regardless of the system. Whereas Martinelli's a youth who came over from Brazil, has been coached under Arteta this whole time. So now all he knows is Arteta's coaching. Yeah. That's all he knows. So there is no freedom. He in his head when he's running with the ball, he's like, oh, okay, I need to do this because not necessarily I want to do it, but I know that's what I've been taught to do by the videos I watch every week. Or how I get scrutinized. Maybe that's the reason why I'm not scoring. Because he overthinks it. He just follows what the guy tells him to do. We've all played football. When there's a guy who's not as good, you tell them what to do, and that's what their role is, just to listen to other people and do that role to a decent level, and they kind of get by. And then you have Mavericks in the team who have a bit more role and freedom to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So that it's same football pitch in terms of high level.
Then as well, when the manager but see again, that's all good, but then. The problem with that, and it's a bit of a catch-22, when the manager then runs out of ideas or now he needs to switch it up, it then hampers players.
Exactly. And that's why, Jay, perfect point that leads to CP's point about the striker and the winger, is that's why people question Arteta's management. Because they don't think he wants a striker. That's different. Because he would have got one already. That's the point.
He needs to be the perfect guy.
He needs the perfect guy to fit his system, like you said before, Jay. That's why when everyone's like, wait, why didn't Arteta just get a 6 foot silent guy that's Boniface? Boniface in Arsenal will slap, but he don't see it that way. He'll be like, Boniface, let's go, guys. He's not technical on the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was saying. He'll be like,
we had the conversation on the stream because Forrest Ant was like, you lot could do with Chris Wood. And I'm thinking, no, we couldn't. Because Arteta would adopt a press, the centre backs will just ping the ball around Chris Wood, pause, and then before you know it, he's getting subbed off. He's just getting subbed off, and it's like fucking hell. Like now because now it's like, have I gone too far down the Arteta rabbit hole? Because I'm arguing against out and out strikers who put the ball in the net. Do you know what I mean? I'm actually arguing with man, and their points. Yeah, and their points are valid. And I'm like, I'm thinking, if we get a striker that just does that, we're going to lose the press. He's not going to drop in and help the midfield. And I'm thinking, Am I Arteta sexual? Like, do you know what I mean? Have I lost my lid?
But
that's why it's a catch-20. That's why it feels like a bit of a catch. It feels like you can't win, bro, because you know, as an Arsenal fan, from watching Arteta for 5 years, that he just doesn't like setting up his team with a striker. He likes a forward, that can rotate through the front three. That lets Martinelli. Sometimes when Martinelli's having trouble on this wing, all right, cool, he can go out to the right and move in. Do you know what I'm saying? He likes the interchanging forwards and that. But at the same time, you know, that if you get a player like Chris Wood or a Boniface, a target man, you bring him on in the 75th minute of the game, and pin him up front, get him to pin the centre back. And you've got Saliba and Gabriel who can break the lines with their passing and that. They can send the ball into the channel. You've got Saka who can use. He's not the quickest player, but he's quite strong in terms of keep shielding the ball. And then you've got Martinelli, the legs of the team. Like, these are simple. If I'm a fan, I'm not even an Arsenal fan, and I can see this. So there's no way Arteta can't see this. He can definitely see this. It's just about whether he's choosing to set your team up like this.
Yeah, I was asking CP, give me your top 3 players today. So, for a lot of you don't know, the game was sick. A lot of Arsenal players, I think, played well. Like, a lot of them played good. You could argue Man City weren't good. But I think, in my opinion, top 3 players today were Raya. He saved you in the game 100%. Skelly. I think Declan Rice had a solid game as well, man. I think he was busy, tackling. I know their midfield is open, but he still had a job to do. But yeah, man, Skelly was on it. He was drawing fouls, getting out of tight areas, pause.
He's above his age.
Jinky Majinky. Like, he was doing all of it. Scored his goal, obviously. Got himself his goal. It was a good man. And getting fouls as well. So, like, for me, it's good all around. But who would you say was the top 3 performers, or whatever list you want to give? Who do you think was the best performance today in the game in particular?
As much as I watch, I'll go with your 2 of yours. The only one I'll swap out is Rice for Partey. Just the fact he pushed for the goal. So that's the only one I would. Yeah. Only one I'd think. Let me before we move on to Jay. Yeah, where's all right? So, am I being cheeky for thinking Alisson's the best keeper, Ray is second, and Dennis Edison, or am I getting too ahead of myself?
I would still say Edison's probably better than Raya.
I thought it was a bit too soon. I thought it was a bit too soon.
Only because he's proven it he's won the stuff. He's been there. But you can't discount that. Like, he's been in the times he found make saves.
No,
that stuff is it's cold. You can't neglect that. That's the only reason.
For true.
If Raya wins the Premier League, then it's very debatable. But I would say. But anyway, the point is, he's top 3. That's
for true.
So yeah, man. But what do you think, Jay? Who would you say? To answer that specific question, who was your top 3?
For me, bro, I wanna point out the centre back, man, Gabriel, because a couple seasons ago, I was sitting there saying that Romero was clear of him. Do you know what I'm saying? I was saying Romero's clear of Gabriel. He's a bozo and that. And I don't know, like, I don't know what happened to him, bro, but he is a class defender, bro. He ruffling up Haaland, getting in his head. Like, these are what you want to see from your centre back, bro. Making it, giving the attack a difficult time, and that's what he was doing. So he's definitely a nominee. I think Skelly, just for his overall performance, you know, he put in a mature performance today. Like I said before, he's like a 26-year-old in an 18-year-old's body. So he gets as well. Massive praise. Thomas Partey, listen, if you want to go rob a shop and you get there and the shutters are open and no one's in there, bro, you still got to go in and clean up. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's open don't mean that you still got to go in there and clean up. And Partey, he cleaned up today and he goal. I mean, fam, I don't think I've seen Thomas Partey score like a normal goal. I don't think I've seen him score like a...
He never does. He never does.
This guy only knows how to wanna... He's a bit like Porro, innit? Like, he only knows how to score bangers, bro. So, yeah. But if I had to give a man of the match, I'd probably say a centre-back, man. Because if Gabriel doesn't start, I believe that game is completely different.
Yeah, like, it's a good thing where, for not as a rival, but as a club where you can literally name 5-6 players who were good. That's like half the team. So Gabriel, again, like Jay said, he was very important in terms of the 1v1 versus the centre backs. But someone I think had a good game was Savio for Man City.
Yeah,
was
I like
sick.
him, you
I feel
know.
a bit
I like
sorry
him.
Oh,
for
his
him, man. He was
touch,
trying
his
to make things
touches. He got obviously the assist for Haaland's goal. That assist was Mahrez-esque on the half turn, like under his studs, chipped it in. It was sick, man. Would you say, hey, yes, I will now? You know what it was? Jay was speaking and was covering his whole face. I didn't. I found it disrespectful in it. So let me just. That was finished. I'll put it up. CP in chairs. Arteta is persistent and exceeds with these players as the signings. He can't throw them under the bus with new players because that's his job on the line if he signs new players.
You reckon?
I think what he's saying is
we can't get a striker. You mean?
He's saying that like he doesn't want to buy new players that we all think or like Arsenal fans think he does because he wants to be right with the signings he's made. He wants basically to stand on his sword. He wants to say, "Yeah, I made the right choice. Like, I back my guys."
Trying to save face.
Don't you think that's bad?
That's not how football works, though. Like, not every single signing you think is gonna work. So, like, you have to kind of keep it moving.
And ain't that like that's what's the word? What's the word? That's
it's kind of like
narcissistic. But you know, he thinks he's.
I know you're looking. It's a bit arrogant.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Because now what my
then it's arrogant behavior.
My wants and needs go ahead of what's best for that club, and you can't do that. Like,
if this is true, that's not a good thing at all.
Yeah, man. You got to be always open. To hear someone else's 100%. Perspective or get advice, or
even that, you should just be able to read the room. Oh wait, Havertz isn't scoring the goals to win the games, which means with the trophies. Yeah. Like sort of thing, and it's like, okay, cool, something's got to change here, you know?
Because you finished twice.
Yeah, go on.
You finished twice, 2 years in a row. Your method got you second place. So you mean to tell me now on your third go round, you're gonna double down and think, hold on, no one can tell me nothing. I know.
You know what? Let me keep it the same. Yeah.
That's shit management, no?
Big up Jordy.
Big up
Jordy. Where he's meant to be there, man. What's he dealing with, man?
Yeah, literally. If you want the link, shout me. Yeah,
link, man.
But yeah, man. Hey, so many talk. We're still talking the team. We'll talk on Man City this time, though. Man City, obviously, they're sitting fourth in the league, I think, or fifth in the league. Another loss for them. Chelsea, obviously, gifting wins. You know how it goes already. Chelsea and Big Six teams. We can't seem to beat any of you lot. Is what it is, other than not Jay's team. You know what I'm saying, our whipping boys. You put your head down, brother. But Man City, man, what's going on, boys? Like we've been seeing this, but like
that divorce is killing Pep, bro.
5-1 stinks. No, I lie. Like that ain't it.
This sounds mad, yeah. After they've had like a mini resurgence, yeah. I heard this narrative on a radio show, I think it was, or a football podcast, yeah. And the guy said that like the players and the club are moving like they know something we don't know. Like the way they've just like, not now per se, but the way earlier on in the season they just dropped off a cliff. We're throwing away so many games. We seem like they weren't bothered, like, and it weren't working. It's like, hold on, it's like because you remember their 115 charges hearings over with, isn't it? But we just don't know the verdict or the result. Yeah, the outcome yet. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like them man are like they know. I don't know, but the narrative was these men know that whatever's forwarding or whatever the punishment is gonna be forwarding soon. So it's like we know this season don't really matter. Whatever we do, at some point, it's gonna come crashing down.
You think is that more so than the injuries and the Pep and stuff?
What Rodri?
We don't know, innit? So it's like we're just guessing. So.
And even their signings as well.
Would you be surprised if it was that? Are you saying could be that? Could be one of the reasons why.
I just thought I can't bank on it, but I thought it was just an interesting narrative because it's just like all their signings are different. They're signing young people who are here for the long haul. They're signing down all the like didn't Haaland sign like the longest contract ever. It seems like they're
there till 2030 something.
It seems like they're setting up for something. Do you get what I mean?
That. You know, that's a fair point. You know, I kind of thought that as well. When I see they come out and they've signed 7 players this window on the verge of signing their 8th, I was like, oh shit. Maybe they're preparing for a little transfer ban in the summer. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Maybe or something. Maybe they're planning for a little points deduction. a fine, something. But either way, yeah, I think there's only one thing to put these City performances down to, yeah, and it's their lack of activity in the last 2 windows before this January window, bro. We all knew their players were aging. We all knew their squad were getting old, yeah. And again, like I said, overconfidence breeds complacency, bro. They thought they were gonna dog walk this. Let's have it right. They all thought they were gonna dog walk this season.
Yeah, they thought
no one predicted Slot to come in and do what he's doing.
Facts.
No one even predicted Arsenal to be as consistent in terms of picking up the results that they have done. Even your team, Chess, you've been in it. I know you've had a few bad results recently, but you've been in and about it. Forest, again, high and flying right now. It seems like no one can bring them down at the moment. So I think the overconfidence of the entity that is Manchester City has allowed their players to become complacent. And again, because it feels like it's been so long since they've been in this situation, players are now looking around like, oh, we're 2-0 down. What the fuck excuse my language, but what the hell do we do that?
We're not used to this.
Do you know what I'm saying? We're not used to this. That's like, I don't want to talk about Tottenham, but that's the situation my players are in, where it's like, we're looking at the possibility of going down. Our players didn't come in thinking that we're going to be in a relegation scrap. So they're looking around like, I don't know what to do. I don't have experience in this situation. I think that's kind of the situation that City find themselves in. And losing Rodri as well. Big nick. You can't depend on one player.
You could argue all of these things in one have made what's happened the reality. Like, you could say the charges, the injury, what's it called? Like a bad storm. It's an unfortunate event.
Yeah, you're right.
And then, like, this is in life in general. Like, if people know, I like to speak about other topics in just football, but like, in life, when one things go wrong, you know, it's other things go wrong. When things are going right, you know, it's other things go right. I think it's like mentality or just how the way the land lies. When things are going wrong sometimes, Man City's case, bro, CP, one thing after another. Discharge, Rodri's out for the season.
Yeah.
He hasn't picked up form. Alvarez now wants to leave. No, before you know,
you're right. Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker's not on it. He's getting older. All these situations, but then, like Jay said, the club can prevent these things too. They could have got back up for Rodri, which is difficult. I get it. I understand. But you could have got someone. Like, no one said you can't do anything. You could prepare better for the transfer windows. And actually,
no, you're right. You know, because sorry to interject, because even what Jay was saying about the 2 windows prior, yeah, because your combatant for that is, yeah, but they won the treble. But it's like, yeah, they did, but look at them now. Like, do you know what I mean? So if they would have made some signings, they could have still won that treble, and then they would have had players that would have been bought then that weren't as main figures that will be coming to fruition now. Pause, and they will be standing up for where the other players are falling off a bit. Because, like, remember, was it Mourinho when he gave that? I don't know if it was a rant, yeah, but it was like, do you remember he was like, De Bruyne, heritage, this guy, heritage, and it's like they weren't bought in this certain part of the regime. There were previous buyers, but you see they're making a difference now. So now I'm at those two quiet windows, even though the cracks were papered over by the treble, it shows after that the continuation where those signings would have maybe held up and subsidized that drop off of where they're at the moment. So in it highlight, because I'm a team who's been through windows and signed a goalkeeper. Do you know what I'm saying? So I understand now. I'm seeing, because you can't argue with them. They've won the treble. You can't tell them they've done transfers badly, but now we can. You get what we can now, seeing where the team is at now and who they're trying to buy now. Like, because even, and you know what it is as well. You see Declan Rice, and this may be my little Arsenal dig I'm trying to get in. But the fact that that Declan Rice transfer to us, to them, would have been a lot more beneficial in their favour now, because he's a good player. He's not Rodri, but he can do some things in there.
He would have slotted into the DM role easily, and they'd be good. They don't need a lot. They just need like 1 or 2. The team that I saw today, they ran out of ideas, but then when they turned it on towards the end of the second half, I know people watched it, but I did with the Mandem. I watched the end of the second half, 20th minute up into the second half. Ryan made 2 good saves. Corner got hit the bar with the corner, and Haaland could have tapped it in. Like, they were on it. They showed something.
Yeah,
but the problem is the reason why the reason why they're languishing where they are in the Champions League group and the Premier League is because they haven't got the full team. And that's like most teams in the league. Some teams have good players. They're Premier League players, man. Most of the big teams will take Bournemouth players where they don't have that consistency over the whole squad. And that's the difference. Liverpool do. That's why they're top and their manager's doing his thing. Arsenal do to a certain degree. But then when you go down the league and all these teams in Europe, not everyone has that. So Man City losing Rodri, they now become like everyone else. You know I'm saying.
No, is it okay now to say that injuries are not excuses, isn't it?
They're not. That's why I'm saying like that it's their fault. Yes.
No, but you know when you say to a man, so say like if we played Spurs and Spurs lost, because we're so into this tribalism and wanted to kick fans while they're down and just run with narratives, man's gonna say, everybody gets injuries. It's not an excuse, but it's a legitimate explanation for what happened. Like,
yeah, you could say that, bro. But I think you can't depend on the stars to align, all your stars to align in the season. You can't again, this is where I'm saying you can't be complacent. You can't sit there and think, I'm going to go for a whole season injury-free, or at least no injuries to my main players. You have to prepare for those things, bro. And City didn't prepare for that. And I think it's a mixture of two things. I think, you can say, right, they've had Rodri out, John Stones, Diaz has been out for some time as well. Obviously, KDB taking his time to come back. But then also you have to look at the players that are there, bro. Foden dropped an
he's been invisible, you know.
Stinker today, bro. And he's been good since the start of the year. He's actually been consistent. Again, you look at Foden not performing. Haaland, these are the games.
I know why they're not performing though, because the system is not working.
Yeah,
someone said something yesterday. I was watching a TV show, and he's saying in his job, it's Night Agent. If you see Night Agent, it's the new season's out, and he basically said the babes are saying to him, his babes, are like, "What's your role like?" And he basically said, "I'm not the engine, but I'm a little small, tiny bit in the engine. That if I don't do my job, the whole thing doesn't function."
So that's a good wow.
When he said it, I sat there. I was like, I'd never sit back and the way they put
think about it.
I actually started thinking about it. I was like, right, in the engine, if your little thing in the engine goes, bro, it has a catapult effect.
You know what the perfect example for that is, I never really rated Henderson as a baller or
good shout.
But he made Liverpool.
But you see, like what I can't remember where I heard this year, but Ronaldo and Henderson, they had a tendency to cover for Trent. When he used to go and explore, they would handle that segment, and Trent's defensive vulnerabilities wasn't as highlighted as much. But now these men are missing. You're starting to be exposed, and it's like, now Konate is having to do more. Van Dijk's getting injured. Trent can't defend. And it's like, these little cogs that I didn't value or think were as important as they are in the time. When time goes by and that cog ain't there, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, and what I mean by that is I'm not calling Rodri a small cog because he is a massive part of the engine. I'm saying that like if his little bits here and there are gone, it affects the system, then affects their players' positioned, where they are on the pitch, and that's what happens. Like you can't just put Haaland in Bournemouth. Bournemouth's a bad example.
Facts.
But you can't put Haaland in Ipswich and go and get me 40 G that you do Man City. Come on, people, man.
No, for real.
Let's concentrate. That's not how football works.
No, I hear you.
Not like I don't want to use football's and playing on paper. That rubbish. I'm not going to use that line, but you get my point. So that's why Foden's not performing. But obviously, I'm giving too much context because, like you said, in the football world, there's no context. You're not performing. You're not performing.
Yeah, for real. No, I don't care for that.
I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? But to be fair, I'm part of that crew, so I can't be inconsistent. It's fairs.
I think it's, and you know why I'm gonna allow it. Normally, I always defend this point because I hate when it's done to us. But you know why I'm gonna let this one run? Because it's City. Because they invented this narrative of having the entire squad, 2 world-class players in every position, paying them more money than everyone else, and just buying everything. So I can't have sympathy because you lot made this standard. You invented this standard realistically, so you have to live up for it.
And it just shows that not all ownerships are perfect. Even they can make mistakes. We all thought, there's no way they would not do. we were all in denial the first 2-3 months. We were seeing this. We're like, nah, they didn't make a mistake. It's just they'll figure it out. And I was seeing he can't figure out everything. The reason why Pep's done so good is because of the infrastructure around him. This all makes sense, man. It's literally how like things work in life. You don't grow a big pyramid back in the day by action, or the shard by action.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of thought and planning goes into that.
Like it takes time. Like all different people work. Like he didn't just win a treble because of Pep. Yes, obviously Pep is a huge cog in the engine, but like without the scouting, Pep doesn't choose most of his players. By the way,
is it?
You don't choose this man from Ukrainian guy, Elijah. He bought the other day. I'm presuming you have to go soon. But he didn't buy that guy from Ukraine, whatever his name is. He didn't know who he was.
No,
he's from Kazakhstan or something. Azerbaijan.
Oh, he's from Kazakhstan. I thought he was Ukrainian.
He's the first Kazakhstani player in the Premier League.
That's mad.
Cold. That's sick though. Representing his country. That's sick.
Yeah.
So sorry to go off topic a little bit. Yeah. So is Rashford to Villa? Is that gone?
It's done. They just announced.
Swear.
It feels so weird seeing that kit though.
That's mad, you know.
That's career mode side.
How you lot feel about that?
Hey, man, let's talk on it. We'll talk on the Spurs as well. Big everyone in the chat who's joined. I know a few people are going to join from Famzone TV as well. Hit like button. CP and Jay's descriptions are below as well, innit? So if you like their content, they all do different content. Spurs fan Jay, CP does content as well on TikTok or whatever. Podcast and that's to check that all out, yeah. But yeah, let's speak about transfers quickly before we talk about Spurs. Rashford, is he a snake? Because me and Amanda were laughing. I was there hitting them. I was like, bro, is Rashford a snake? Because how's he just leaving to go play Champions League? Bro,
that's the clip.
Their side out, like, bro. Is he stinking it? It's like, that's very rude. Man just said, what? You're 12.
I'm better than this. He said, I'm better than this. I'm better than this. It's crazy.
Got Villa yesterday morning. He's gone. He's there now.
Crazy.
Bro, he linked. I saw the link yesterday morning. I was like,
what's that? What's the African player who?
There's a video of him signing today, by the way.
What's the African player who drove to the club stadium and the deal didn't go through? Is it who is it? Diouf? What player was it that done that?
With what clubs? Because there's few band who done that.
Some small, not small clubs. It was like West Brom to someone else. I can't remember, but he done that. Rashford did that. The moment he heard the links, he jumped in the Maybach or the VO.
Apparently, Steven saying Odemwingie. Maybe
that's it. Odemwingie. It was him. It was him. He said, "Fuck this, I'm going." Yeah, that's what he done. One of them. The moment he heard his name in the paper, he made his way. He heard
Villa. He said, "What? Same wages? He's getting paid the same money."
Is he,
bro? They're paying
Villa paying 70% of his wages.
Or 70%. I thought it was 90%. 70%. He's getting the same bread.
Yeah. United are covering.
What you're telling me is no pay cut, cheaper area to live in, more gyal, bro.
You lot think he's? Do you think you lot think he's done?
No.
I would have took it. I would have took him. You know. Pause.
Yeah, I disagree with that. It depends. It depends. If he pulls out,
I think it's a good move.
It is a good move. If he pulls out in the Champions League now, his team's through. He's such a fraud. His team's through. So now he's playing knockouts. If he pulls out, bro, like he's back on the stage, G. He's back.
I think even if he does well at Villa, he shouldn't go back to United. I think
he won't. He won't.
Yeah, he should use this Villa move as a stepping stone to get that big final contract in it, because he is getting on a little bit now. I know everyone's going to use he's young and that, but bro, we've been seeing Rashford since like 2015, like 26. Like, Rashford's been about for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
And that means something.
If we look at the transfer in isolation, bro, go and ball out there, Rashford, bro. Just forget about the scrutiny, bro. Go play under a manager who's gonna just let you play how you play. You like to run off the shoulder. You know what I'm saying? P&P merchant, flip the analog stick and all of them things. You get me? Go and play under Unai Emery, bro. It's a good move. And Villa are doing something that a lot of our clubs aren't doing, and that's showing ambition, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're showing ambition. I think I heard somewhere, that internally at Villa, their aim is to become a sustained top 4 side, like that wins cups regularly, and that's the aim inside the Villa camp. So, hey man, this could be this
showing
could be a
it, man.
serious thing for them.
Like, I would have took Rashford. I would have took Rashford. You know.
You know, Arsenal fan base. If you take Rashford, they've lost their heads.
Yeah, but
our
fan base is fucking stupid. A big.
Yeah, but that stinks.
Cool. CB, to be fair, I want you to explain because I disagree with you. Why would you take Rashford?
You know what it is? Maybe not for the Rashford. It's the profile. So you see how like Saka's he scores and all that, but he's a bit of a facilitator as well. Havertz is more of a facilitator. Martinelli, he's a bad facilitator at the moment. So I feel in that front line, we need someone a different type of player. And I see like so we need someone who's a forward, who's gonna do because that's a characteristic we don't have in the other two players. So we need someone who's a forward and who can do the thing from the left. And I just felt like he fit the bill. And if it wasn't him, and people say the same thing about Nunes, they disrespect him. I'll take Nunes as well. I just need a left-sided forward, if you get what I mean. I think that's the type of that's the profile our attack needs. Do someone who can kind of cover the left role and the forward, or even do like a dual role at the same time. I feel like that's the profile.
Rashford does fit that bill a lot, but you know why they would not like that? It's because of the whole that saver thing.
Yeah,
it's to save it. That's the only reason, by the way. If he came from what other club who's like respected, Newcastle, they wouldn't really have that same energy.
Because even Isak fits that bill as well. He's the perfect one.
It's like Rashford has similar builds. It's more Isak's more of a striker. He's more clinical in it, whereas Rashford's more of a wide.
I compare Rashford more to Anthony Gordon if I was looking at similar type of builds and that, like to run off the. But I think Gordon's got better.
A little bit. I think Gordon's more like a who's. It's a player the other day I was thinking of. Gordon's like Mudryk, innit? These men are like pacey, very direct, a bit of end product, not all the time, but they cause a lot of impact. Whereas like Isak and Rashford are more like finishers, like goal scorers. I'm talking about Rashford in his pomp. He has on and off seasons, but I'm respecting him in terms of like high level. But he's more like a finisher. Like Rashford in his when he became big was scoring bare goals, bro. He was scoring a lot of goals.
Facts.
It wasn't his assist making with creation like Bruno. It was more he put the ball back in the net. He was played as a striker.
That's the profile we need, man. Someone was laughing at me because they were like, Nunes is shit. But I was like, Nunes is mayhem. This is what our front line needs mayhem.
Exactly what you meant. Yeah, you're not saying Nunes is the baller. You're saying you like the fact he's like chaos, add something different. And like we said before, our previous conversation about Arteta over-coaching people, like he's definitely not going to be coached because he doesn't. He don't have that. He don't have that attribute. Yeah, he's his own thing. That's why he doesn't play because he's very reckless. But yeah, man, what other signings can we speak about? So we've got Rashford.
We signed someone.
Non-signings. All three of our clubs are moving loose.
We've
made. Yeah, you got centre back. We'll speak on Spurs as well. Who's that guy who got Banso? Someone said in the chat.
Kevin Danso, fam.
Danso, yeah. Someone said it still. By the way, I'm not going to the game tomorrow, so I'm not protesting. Big up Stephen, but apparently Chelsea fans are protesting.
I don't waste your time, man.
See what I mean, bro? It's taken us 24 years to protest, and it's taken these man 18 months. You're taking
Chelsea fans, yeah. They don't ramp.
Chelsea fans are such.
They don't ramp, bro.
What's the protest over, if you don't mind me asking?
Clear Lake now.
Bro, just they don't like direction of the club.
The guys who spent $1 billion on you.
No, bro, that's the point. They don't like the facts. They don't like how they've done it. They want to be. Well, I don't know why I'm saying they. Like, I don't want to be doing this too. We want to be like by established, be in and around it. There's no excuses to be 3 years in.
Oh, okay.
That's the narrative. Basically, essentially, they're preempting us not making top 4.
Okay.
And here's the issue with this, guys. I know this is a really mad dive because we're speaking about Jay's team, but where was the same energy before Christmas Day?
Yeah, true.
Sitting second.
Yeah, it's indicative of the results.
That's
very interesting, isn't it?
You know what's mad, yeah? I think this opens up a bigger question, yeah? Because you see me, yeah?
Yeah, but it's more than just this, Stephen. It's not just ticket prices, obviously. It's the way the club's been run, in their opinion.
because it's mighty convenient now. When everything was going well and he was riding high pause, you didn't really.
You could argue, CP devil's advocate, results do matter in these kind of businesses. So it's like, yeah.
But it shouldn't take results to start calling out an internal problem. That's the only thing where
that's the thing. Yeah, if you're protesting, you should have been doing it even when we're winning, because then you don't believe it will continue.
Yeah,
that sort of vibe, rather than it being like, oh well, I didn't believe, but now we're not getting results. Double whammy. Let's protest. Should have been. I'm happy, but I'm still waving the flag. I'm still gonna make people aware. Yeah. That's why I rate people like CB. CB's consistent. Even when we're winning, he was like, yeah, the stands are where they need to be right now. So I'm not gonna let them drop. So now they've dropped. He's like, yeah, I'm calling them out again. So he's, but some people are more like, we're doing good. Oh, we're not doing good. Oh, yeah, man, we made top 4.
They're flip flopping.
Yeah, like, I'm not happy. You better we get a few signings. They're like, good. We can lose a few games. See, this is why I didn't leave 8.
You know, fans. So don't you? Because you see, like me, yeah, I'm a club. Historically, our club don't listen to the fans. It took how many years to get Wenger out, and you know what I mean? With my whole Arsenal career, barring probably Invincibles, we've been 1 or 2 players away from having a complete squad. Like our board don't really listen to us as much as other teams do. And I've noticed, like, say for example, Spurs, they wanted to win stuff. So they said, get a manager in, that's a winner. You got Mourinho, you got Conte in. They got rid of Mourinho before he could have won stuff. They got rid of Conte because he self-imploded. But now they want to play attacking football. They're tired of the negative stuff. Now you've got attacking football, and now look where you are. So it seems like the whole, and even Manu's thing is, just buy him. Just buy everyone. Whatever it costs, buy this guy. You got 100 mil, Anthony, do this. So you see, like, following what the fans want don't really lead you anywhere good. Do you get what I mean?
It shows fans aren't always right, bro. The fans aren't right. Like, and I get what you're saying. And obviously, for me, I look at it like, cool. Chelsea have been in a position where they've always had what they want. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think the amount of time that it's been since you lot have probably brought home some obviously major silverware, I think that's probably why a lot. Like, I'm not sitting there gonna say Chelsea fans have a right or don't have the right to call out their board, bro, because you have to deep, like, from where my club is, for example, we've waited years for a trophy, decades for a trophy. Do you know what I'm saying? So for these, man, they've grown. A lot of Chelsea fans have grown up their whole life seeing success, and where they're not seeing that, I can understand why Chelsea fans might feel like the success is, they're going away from that model and they're starting to turn into our clubs who value commercial sides and just literally that's 100%, and that's that. With this is literally what you just said as well. You man, you should give me the same point that people notice what they're about. Big up the man, them. Big up Dean coming through now. But people realize what they're about, innit? So like, now that results aren't going the way that we want it to, people are now going, rah. That was how I felt protest time. But it just fucking stinks, innit? People need to be consistent. I like people who flip-flop. It's a bit jarring. If you're going to say something, be there all the way. Like, don't do this 1 minute. It's a bit jarring, but I understand.
Because once they make a sign and you're quiet, and it's like,
It's like we're top of the league, and I swear down, CP, I swear down, I checked my phone the last few weeks, my fan base is gone 0 to 100 real quick.
Chinks looks like he's happy. Chinks looks happy. The lighting looks good. Everything looks perfect with Chinks right now. The sun's shining. We're in a different country, bro.
That's why I miss Dean, man. He had a bit of like a Skelly vibe. No Skelly, just on a ranting, just running through.
He comes through with a switch, bro.
You know what I mean? This guy's got a trim all of a sudden. Now he's all loud and confident on the stream. You know, this guy with the clean sides under the hat having a go at me. I mean, this guy looks different. Where's the mustache? I ain't never seen that mustache so sharp. Who the fuck is this guy think he is?
No mustache is crazy. Mustache is crazy. Hey, you know what? I'm not being shameless now. I need to start getting shameless again. We're top. We won. What am I dealing with, man? Can't see my face. How dare you?
I can't
believe I've let people see my eyes. You ain't got no reason to see my eyes. You can't. You're not up here.
Oh,
So you shouldn't be looking
no,
at my eyes.
don't do that. What happened to you being
You ain't
humble?
up here. Don't look me in my
What
eyes.
happened to being humble?
I'm not being humble. I'm not being humble. I'm not being humble.
The thing is,
I'm
you
up
know
here.
what's so mad? My
You
boy
can see
broke
me,
it down
man.
to me. They don't need to be humble. For them not to win the league, they have to go on a mad collapse.
If we don't win the league,
Like, on a mad one.
Fam zone is getting disbanded. I swear.
Oh,
it's
you're
getting
fool.
disbanded. It has to be.
What up, my Jones?
I'm not winning the league.
Go on.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
What's happening, people? Bro,
What
I
up,
didn't
young
know.
buck Spurs boy?
Hey, sorry for crashing the thing, man. I don't know what was going on. This came in crashed.
No,
What's
it was
going on?
very
Sorry, man.
peaceful. You know what I'm saying? We're just having a nice.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
And then Dean comes in and goes, "What up, going everyone? What's happening?" It's a mad one.
I went in the match.
Normally, I should come in and listen, innit? Listen first, gauge the room. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't.
This is the thing. You man miss it when I'm being objective. Like you man don't. I like J and CP are being objective this stream, and now I'm gonna feel like these men gonna think I'm moving shameless.
You got to be shameless now because they're
here. Shameless now. We're here. You got to be shameless. Be
I
same
won't
old
be
shit.
shameless, but just I don't want to speak on Arsenal too much because Jane needs to speak on his team before he goes here. But we spoke about this earlier. Is the result today, giving you more negatives and positives about how like 1 minute you can turn up, 1 minute you don't?
Yeah, but you're not. But you got the two wrong Arsenal fans to ask that question to because we've been the two most consistent. You got to ask like the more people that go back and forth.
Oh, so you agreeing with me?
What do you mean? Say that again.
Well, how like 1 minute you man are drawing against Aston Villa, and the next minute you man are losing. You're beating Man City like this. I know Man City aren't great, but do you view that as annoying or not really?
Oh, do I view the? Yeah, of course it's annoying, but it's more. Yeah, of course it's annoying because we drew, but I'm not one of them unrealistic Arsenal fans that know that things can't happen. You know what I'm saying? These things happen, bro. You get it? So,
so you know what sparks it off? Yeah, pause. Do you think we're a bit complacent? Like in some games, we're a bit because how can we just turn up and do City over on a 5-1 like that? But then we're having other games where there's issues. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's like there's certain teams we think we can just turn up and then we'll just get the results and then we get nulled.
Before, by the way.
Yeah, like we get nulled into like a false void of thinking because we're controlling where the ball is in the possession and they're all deep in their own. We think that we're just going to win the game, but then we don't win some games like that. But today, when there's a bit of need, or when Gabriel's arguing with Haaland, when Skelly's doing their celebration, when it's like a kind of
it's like a derby. It's like a derby.
Yeah, we ain't lost against the top 6 in 2 years. It's like, right, why can you man always guarantee turn up for these games, but some of these smaller games you don't turn up for? Do you get what I mean?
It's a good. I remember like a year ago, a couple of years ago. You remember when everyone kept saying that Arteta's too intense? Remember that? Remember where he was like, remember when we beat, I think we beat Liverpool maybe or something like that, and then we were celebrating with the crowd, and what's his name? Jamie Carragher was talking about why they taking photographs.
There's too much emotion.
Yeah, I remember this.
Remember all that when they were saying all that. So I feel like some of that is probably what comes into it, where he's got to feel like you got to kind of balance it. You know, you got to go up and down. You can't like if man go out, or not out, but if we're chilling or whatever. Sometimes it's like, man's gonna go out and Yak can have a heavy night, rare tear, because it's a big birthday or it's a big Christmas, it's a big celebration. But then sometimes you might want to have a chill drink at home kind of thing. It's not every day you can do the madness, isn't it? And I think you got to go try and that wave that is always going to happen. You got to have the wave for the lower teams to still try and win, but the wave is on the down. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's what he's trying to do. It's a roller coaster, but is that when you're
that does make a lot of sense though.
That's a rational way to look at it.
But then it does seep in CB point about complacency because that approach works if you win. If you don't win these games, then it looks a bit like maybe you need to up it.
Yeah, exactly. But you got to remember, a lot of these games we were just on the cusp of just winning them. Like Fulham away, just lost out for the Saka offside goal. When we played Man City away from home, we just lost last minute goal. Yeah. When we played against Aston Villa, we were 2-0 up. If we had won those little games, I'm not talking about you can never win every game, but if we had won those little games and those little margins, we would be 11 points with Liverpool now. I'm not talking about the red cards, all the red cards and that, forget all that. I'm just talking about the ones that we actually could have seen. I'm saying we could have been on points to Liverpool now. So I think
what do you think it is? What do you think it is? Because I see that come hunting Man City today. It was crazy.
Yeah, Dean, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Animals. Yeah. And the thing is, I hear it. It's football, isn't it? Certain games, you know, you got needle in there, and you want to actually hurt the other team. But you got to be like that every game, because, like I said before, the Premiership is unforgivable. If you don't turn up against certain teams, you could drop points. And every team in this league is capable of beating any team on their day. So you can't just turn up at Man City and do this hunting down. Like you didn't let Man City breathe today. You get me? And if you're like that against every team,
can't be like that. You can't be like that against every team, though. It's
I know. I hear it.
It's like running 100 miles per hour, 100, running the 26-mile marathon and sprinting at the beginning.
I hear it.
Can't work. And if you realize as well, yeah, you see the Champions League. That's why we've proved in the Champions League, because when we've taken it down, the level in the Champions League suits us. Because the teams are so intense in the Premier League, but in the Champions League they're not as intense. So a lot of teams, they play like in the Champions League they play like Southampton, or they play like Ipswich, or they play like Everton in the Champions League, and it suits our game. And we're on the down or in the Champions League. We're a bit more intense, but it's not like it's a Man City game, or it's a Liverpool game, or it's a Tottenham game. You know what I'm saying? Tottenham find it the same thing. When Tottenham are playing in their Europa League campaign, they have hard games, but it's a lot easier than playing in the Premier League.
Yeah, on that, Jay, was you surprised by your win today? Or did you expect it? I didn't get to speak to you about it.
Tottenham won, innit? I forgot.
They actually won. Everyone expected to win.
We didn't even cover that in our thing.
I predicted 3-2 Brentford. I thought there was going to be hella goals in this game. I thought it was going to just be, Bonnie Blue, just open for business. I thought that's what it was going to be.
For today, business.
You know what I have to say, and this is my gripe. It kind of leads me on to, it's sort of like what CP was saying, If Ange knows how to set the team up to defend, because we had about 39% possession today. I think we had 14 shots, 2 on target, which were the 2 goals that we scored, ironically. Like, if you can set the team up to be compact and just frustrate your opponents, why the hell do you have both our centre-backs on the halfway line every single week, bro? We didn't even have Draggers in today, It was Archie Gray and Ben Davis, and Archie Gray, I don't want to overgas him. I don't want to hype him up, because I know we don't want to do the youngster thing. But the composure that he has playing at centre-back, if he can translate that into playing in the midfield, he's going to be a serious midfielder for England. I'm not even joking. He's going to be
He's going to be serious. He's getting all this exposure now, It's only going to be good for his learning progress.
That's what I'm saying. It's only good for... Obviously, I don't want him being thrown into the firing line every week, because you don't want to then start, you pick up injury problems.
It's good for him, though, bro. It's good for him.
But it's good experience being put in these situations, bro. I haven't had a problem with him. Another player that I want to quickly big up, man, like Jed Spence, bro. This Jed Spence guy, he's a bad man. I don't care.
He's got bad man status, but he's playing well.
I like this guy.
No, but he plays like him. Do you know what I want to see? And there's play like you're that guy, bro. Play with some confidence. Play like
So Jay, what? So has he improved a lot? Because what was the gripe with him and Conte? Why did Conte not play this time?
The reason why Conte didn't play him was because Conte didn't want him in the first place, innit? He was a club side.
Yeah, he's very stubborn, innit, Conte?
He was a club side. Yeah. Obviously, we have a problem where we needed what's that thing? You need players born through
the homegrown.
The only homegrown players we had at the time was Winks, Skippy, Pat Sarr counts as homegrown, and Harry Kane. Eric Dyer is not homegrown because he grew up in Portugal. So we only had 4 homegrown players.
Okay.
We brought him into the club and that. But do you know what I like is that, bro, he just seems to be enjoying football. Like, when the opportunities comes, that's all you can do. Pause. You just got to take it, innit? So in overall, the performance, bro.
It's a good job we said pause there, by the way.
Hey, listen, you can never be too
safe. On the ball.
It's on the ball, opportunity takes it. You got to take it when it comes.
When it forwards, man. When the opportunity forwards and that. But I didn't think we were going to frustrate them the way they did. I think they had 20 shots and 3 on target. So defensively, it was actually a fairly, like, do you know what I'm saying? It was a better performance. But now it's just about, can we kick on from this? We got United next in the league. We got Liverpool, obviously,
You
in
got
the
United
week, and then we
next.
got Villa straight
That's
after.
a big game,
Hold
boy.
on, what are you saying? So Tottenham changed the way they played today? They dropped.
I wouldn't say necessarily changed the way we played,
But the high line, they still had the high line.
Yeah, there were points where we were still trying to press high and whatnot, but we just didn't do it for the whole game. Do you know what I'm saying?
He managed the game better.
So we can manage the game then.
60 minutes of a football match. He don't manage the full 90 minutes. This week it looked like he managed the 90 minutes of football. Do you know what I'm saying?
So he can do it then. So he can actually change and manage the game now. Because I haven't seen him do it.
He's always been able to do it. It's just a saving face thing. He doesn't want to. He doesn't. You know what I'm saying? He wants to die on his sword. I'm gonna play this way. Don't question my integrity.
Bravehearting.
All of that stuff on some Braveheart thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not that. Sometimes in this league, in this current economy, fam, in this cost of living, you have to adapt, bro. You have to adapt. Bro.
Standard.
And seeing him adapt today, fair play. Obviously, we made a signing, Kevin Danso. I'm not gonna sit here and gas him up because I ain't seen the brother play. I've got him in my career mode, but I ain't seen him play IRL. So I don't know if he's a revelation. What I am hearing though is that he's meant to be the Van de Ven cover. He's very quick, very good on the ball as well.
Oh, so he's not. So he's a sub.
He weren't brought in to start. We only paid 25 million euros for him.
I thought he was buying him to take over Romero's place.
Well, that's the thing. Apparently, Romero's going to be, you know what I'm saying, trying to force his way out in the summer. Him and Kulusevski are two players that are...
Kulusevski,
yeah? Yeah. Because, Kulusevski, like, he's one of them players, fam, he needs to be at a club that's winning things, bro. Like,
do you think
and when I say that, as in, I don't mean started at a club that's winning things, bro. But I mean, he needs to be a part of a winning team or he won't thrive. And
you think he's that good? You reckon he's that good, yeah? I thought he was just going for
he has the ceiling. I reckon his ceiling's that good. I reckon right now it's kind of, because the team's not performing that well, kind of overshadows, like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of clouds his performances, bro. But I reckon if you put him in a team where he can play as your number 10, he can play centrally, he's not being shafted out onto the right. Bro, I think he's a top player, man. I think he has the potential. He's still young as well. He's 24.
Do you think that? So was you happy overall with the performance, or would you say that it was more like chances? Cool. So you saw like Dean Archie before, you saw a bit of improvement. That's good, man, because Man United, again, you have a chance to get back into where you get like the European fight, Conference League minimum, man. You shouldn't be not getting Conference League at a minimum, innit? In fact, let me check the table and see if it's attainable.
Tottenham.
We're 14th right now.
Yeah. Oh, they can't get there.
I'm looking at the points right now, innit? I'm going to check the points for you lot to see where they are in the league.
Their manager's stubborn. He'll go back to the same strategy next week.
But you know what? I'm not even looking at that. You know what? I'll take 10th. I'll take 10th at this point because I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the cups.
What's 10th? Why do you want 10th? What's 10th bring you? What is 10th?
No,
why are you saying 10th?
I don't say specifically 10th. I just mean just get into the top 10.
Okay.
And I want that Europa League, innit? I really want that Europa League. I know everyone's going to say...
What's that? What position is that? 6th, 7th?
No, they want to win. He wants to win it.
If you win it, if you win that, you go in it automatically next year.
You go into the Champions League.
This is the thing, yeah. People are saying there's 5 Champions League spots, but if Man U or Spurs were to win it, you see what happened to Chelsea last year? What happened to someone in 5th place? So don't miss out.
They'll miss out.
That's why I'm pissed, because Man United won the FA Cup. These idiots, Man City, drinking all night, yeah. And then we end up missing out in the Europa League. And now I'm in the Conference League traveling to flipping Azerbaijan.
That was Grealish's fault. You know, Grealish is buying all arounds. You know that's Grealish.
Grealish was like, don't tell Pep, but come mine round later. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell Pep, but we're going to do a little shimmy at the dance. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
He hasn't forgiven them sins, has he? He hasn't forgiven them sins, man. He's been
benching here as well. We'll have the show soonish. Liverpool, man, keep winning under the radar, you could say. No one's really speaking about your club too much. I saw a stat on my phone earlier that Salah's broken Lampard's record. So he's now the 6th highest goal scorer in the Prem ever. So
I hear it now. I hear it. No one wants to sweat Liverpool. No one likes to take it. I don't get to sweat Liverpool ever. No one don't want to talk about
I'm giving you the floor, bro. I know no one really speaks about them. It's just like, yeah.
Nothing to say, really.
When the team is first, no one really cares about them. The irony.
I know, bro.
Weird, isn't it?
I respect it, though.
Like, I remember this when Chelsea winning games, yeah, no one was really speaking about us. It was weird. It was like,
I've never had a segment about Liverpool unless it's on my channel.
Yeah, take it easy.
Big up, Jay. Everybody in the chat who's ready or coming earlier, pause. Who's joined the stream earlier. Follow Jay's thing. He's right there. Get him to 500 subs this week minimum. Yeah? Let's get up. Big up Jay every single time.
Big up, man. Take it easy, man.
Big up, man.
Love, man.
Yeah, man. I'll never get a segment. Only on my channel I'll get a segment about Liverpool, man. Never get. Get me? No one. Unless they're hating, hoping Liverpool will lose or whatever. But then again, you're at the top.
Do you think your team, like, you're not going to win the league? For you to win the league, you have to go
say that, Chess, man. Don't say
Dean, man. We spoke about this in November time, and back then it was.
I'm not saying nothing that it's not finished. Anything can happen.
Put it this way. Let me ask a reverse question. D and CP, are you going to win the league, or Liverpool going to win the league?
I feel like it's more. Fucking hell. Obviously, as
Liverpool winning it.
No, you know what it is. I still have a bit of. Obviously, bro. I thought we'd win it last year, and I thought we'd win it the year before. So maybe it's a bit of trauma, but I want to say we'll still win it. But my own opinion has got me slapped in the face twice in the last 2 years. So I'm not the most confident. Especially where Liverpool, I'm more hoping than knowing that they might slip up.
Okay, cool. So
do you get what I mean?
Okay, I didn't ask that to trick you, man. Out. It's more like, are you confident in Liverpool? And you're saying basically yes. You're confident they'll keep. Are you not confident in them?
Mate, I'm confident. Oh, go on. You
do you feel confident that you're?
I think we'll win it. I think we'll win it. But see me here, because I've got the same thing. What Chinks was saying here. I've seen us not win it when we've been ahead. So I've still got that in my brain where I want to be crazy and think, yeah, we've definitely won it. But I can't, bro. Because I've got that as well. I've got the PTSD as well. We've all got that Man City PTSD. We've all got it.
It's real, you know.
It's real, bro. I can't just sit here and say we're going to win.
I wasn't even confident today's game because of Man City.
Exactly, bro. Bro, that's what Man City do to you, bro. I don't think you've been there, Cheslea, but if you go through what we've been through, yeah, it's mad.
Hey, that's cheeky.
What did you say? Have you been there?
Who beat them in the final?
No, have you been in the league run when you play Man City? Have you done it with Man City?
We've beaten them to a league.
Yeah, that's just different though. You don't know what it's like running. You don't know what it's like running from a man faster than you, Ches. You don't know what that's like. And he's got all his tools. You don't know what that's like.
Trying to outrun you say boat is mad.
Losers laughing at me.
Hey, that's
losers.
Man's got one hamstring and you're running from you saying it's not nice.
I'm getting losers here telling me about losing.
Telling you, boy, you ain't never seen Pep walk into the change room. Nobody talk, and then they just switching together. Yeah, they're running you down.
That's what I'm saying to Chez. Are you not even going to finish top 4? Because you lot was talking about titles.
This is the Liverpool section, by the way.
One sec, Chez.
It's in the Chelsea section. Let me ask
you one question quickly.
Go on.
Do you remember? I'm gonna say it again. Do you remember when Liverpool got Everton cancelled?
Yeah.
And all you had to do is win the game and you was top.
Yeah, I remember that. What now?
You remember the question you asked me?
Nah.
Does he remember the question he asked me? I don't think he remembers the question he asked me.
I think there might be refreshment moments. Give me a refreshment.
Remember the question you asked me, Ches?
Where we going with this?
What's
the end result here?
Wait, do you remember the question you asked me though?
We haven't played yet. So we have to,
no, you remember the question that you asked me that moment?
Hey, I've been doing these panel shows for like 3-4 months now.
Do you know what they were? They were ahead of us on goal difference. Ches says to me, he goes, yo, so D, and everyone's talking at the time, and he goes, yeah, one sec, guys, so D. I'm like, oh, 1 sec, okay, this is a bit of a shot. He just throwing it at me randomly. He was there. He goes, yeah, so Do you feel now that Chelsea's development and their team and what they're doing now has shifted now, and that Arsenal's got to the end of breaking point of their young players, and they've got to the end of their cycle now, and Chelsea's overtaken is the new way and the new age of their cycle, and their cycle's going forward.
You know when the answer's in the question. You know?
but Chess, no, Dean, you got to remember, two things could be true. Two things could be true, though.
Two things could be true.
Two things could be true, though.
And you know what's mad? Because you know what's mad, yeah? Because Ches is good at this. I see Ash do it sometimes because it's like, Raw, are you in journalist mode or content creator mode, or are you as a Chelsea fan right now? Like, what side are you doing? So I can know what we're doing.
Chess looked like he's sweating.
Two things could be true. It's hilarious.
It's crazy.
I feel like you were laughing a bit too early. If I was you, I'd be a little bit. I mean, just easy, yeah.
No, I'm just asking you. Remember that question?
Yet to ask me questions about what did you say last month. Listen, let's just wait and see what happens, innit? But Liverpool.
Oh, now you want to wait and see. Now you want to wait and see,
man. Chelsea on in a good space, but Liverpool are. So I'm going to speak about Liverpool because I know.
Go on. Is there any questions you want to?
Yeah, I was going to speak about your team. Your team's looking good. Salah's just doing the mad thing.
Yeah, bro. I can't even moan. Like, I find a way every game to look for negatives in Liverpool, yeah, because I'm mostly the worst Liverpool fan there is for speaking up for my team. Because everyone's always positive that we're going to win. I'm the only person that has real think to myself, you know what, we can lose this game. I'm always looking for stuff. But I was watching the game against Bournemouth, yeah, and I've said this to D already. Before the game, I'd done a stream with Monts. And Monts was proper. I mean, really confident we're going to beat Bournemouth. And I couldn't give that same chest because I was thinking, Bournemouth are playing well, they're scoring goals for fun, they're doing a madness. I haven't got the same confidence. But what I don't realize, because I've got so much baggage of Liverpool in the 90s and whatever, I'm looking at Liverpool as a club. He's looking at Liverpool as now, as a Klopp and a slot team. You get me? So I'm forgetting exactly how good my team are at grinding out results. And I'm not basing my team on the last 5 years. I'm basing my team of 30 years of watching them. So I've got to start basing my team on, we can go to Bournemouth and beat them. Don't matter what form they're on. We can go to certain teams and we can beat them. You get me? So now I'm watching us, I'm thinking, we are a good team. Because I'm always worried about the other team. I never worry about my team. I'm always worried about what other team can do. And now I'm starting to believe, you know what? Forget what they can do. It's what we can do. If we
do you think, yeah, because I deeped it the other day, you man in all competitions, is there a chance you man, I don't want to make you say because I want to say.
No.
But do you actually think there's a chance you can win like a double or treble?
No. I don't think
Liverpool are winning minimum one trophy this season. Yeah. Liverpool are winning minimum, I think.
I think the league.
I think they can win 2 trophies, man.
I don't know about the Champions. I don't know. I think that's going to be too much of a stretch.
No, but the domestic cups, you got Spurs.
Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot about the Carabao. Yeah. No, because I don't think about. I know it's rude. I'm thinking about the Champions League and the league. You get me?
That's why I said minimum one.
I'm not saying 2 because I don't see the Carabao. I know it's mad rude, yeah, disrespectful, yeah. I don't see that as a. But obviously, yeah, if we win the league and the Carabao Cup, yeah, fair enough. But
what did Klopp win in his last season?
Nothing.
No, he won the Carabao. You're rude, you know. You really don't count the Carabao, do you? You're rude,
memory,
you know.
I lost a little bit of memory last year, so I can't remember.
You're rude.
Was it last year he won it?
Yeah, no, his last season he won the Carabao.
Yeah, he won the Carabao Cup.
That's last season then. That's last season.
Yeah, last season. Yeah,
Wembley, I was there.
Yeah, man. Chess was there. You watched our kids beat you up,
bro.
You watched our kids beat you up.
You remember when Van Dijk scored the first header? It was offside. Yeah, they had that last-minute corner. I said to the man, they're gonna score. They scored, and then you get the delayed reaction, obviously, because bare racks people in there. All I heard was, yeah. I put my hat on, and I left straight away.
That's the best scenario for you. It's the best scenario. For you.
I didn't say a word. And on the train home, there was Chelsea fans all over the train, people them everywhere. No one said a word.
But that's what you're used to it, though. Ain't that 3 or 4 cups we've done in a row against you?
Okay, now we're digressing massively.
No, I can't remember. I just remember in the final.
You do remember?
I'm just trying to remember if is it Chelsea all the time. I know it's a blue team. Just want to see if it's Chelsea.
That's crazy.
Listen, you know, just talking about blue teams. A blue team's pick me to the league every year. You gonna win the league this year?
Oh, that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good. It's about light skin blue. It's about light skin blue. Yeah, cool. No, but true. On the real one, Chess. On the real one, we're in a position where we should win it. Yeah. I can't say wholeheartedly that we are going to win it because obviously I've got that little niggle, couple injuries, drop a few points, and then
you gone, yeah? Big up, man.
Yeah, Sundays are mad for man. I gotta go for.
You gotta go.
Sunday night.
I'll speak to you in a while, innit? Yeah. What's it called? Yeah, bro. Like I said to you before, like because I've been here and I've been hurt. Cool.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Just to say here, I can't.
Heart to heart thing. You'll be very happy at the end of the season when you win it, though. We'll feel sick.
And if we win it, bro, I'm gonna be mad. The thing is, what kills it? Yeah. Now I'm doing this content thing. You can't even celebrate too long because as soon as August come, people start. If we don't win our first game and in the relegation zone, I'm getting bantered already. I'm getting bantered. You can't even enjoy it.
You know what it is, yeah, you man. You know what I noticed, yeah. A lot of the YouTubers that we watch and stuff only started YouTube 2-3 years ago, and a lot of our teams 2-3 years ago weren't winning leagues and stuff. It's gonna. He makes a good point. When he wins the league, it's gonna be worse.
It's gonna be worse. I don't celebrate long enough. It's like, what's happening next week? Like, next thing will be,
I know you want to buy one. Why didn't you beat Wolves?
I know, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Imagine that we win the league, we win the Champions League, and then we don't buy no one and then I'll come on the stream, everyone's cussing out owners, cussing into people, Salah's left, Trent's left, and it's all cussing. We just won the double. What's the matter?
Nah, football is
nasty, man.
It's the mean. It's the fans. It's the tribalism. That's the mean part.
Yeah,
that's the mean part.
Sports, though, innit? It's what makes it interesting.
You know what's mad? Sorry to cut you, Ches. I had to sit down with people on streams and watch my players get sent off for kicking the ball out of play. And man had the audacity to say to my face, letter of the law and all this shameless stuff. And I just had to hold it.
It's like,
But I was just like, don't worry, you lost times. Your time will be there. Don't worry. Football's a humbler.
Just got to take your medicine. Just take it. It's part of it.
You know, it's funny, yeah, because Chinks, last year, I know I said this before, yeah, when we got done over by the Tottenham decision, yeah. I said,
got a goal that wasn't. There was a goal that wasn't.
We scored a goal. We scored a goal. Perfectly good goal.
Yeah.
Because they took a throw on, they couldn't bring it back.
Yeah.
They said instead of stopping it and give us the goal, they let them. I don't know what their reason was, but they've reset the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't give the goal. I said, bro, just give the goal and restart the game. Nothing's happened. You get me? But I said, cool. We didn't get. No one is saying that. I left it. I thought, all right. When it starts happening obviously it hasn't happened since, but when other teams, not saying it's Arsenal, when they start getting the referee decisions, you get me? Like,
one of ours, they didn't draw the lines. They didn't draw the lines.
Bro, we've had that as well. Didn't draw the line. We're in the Champions League, bro. We played the game, bro. The guys on side, they didn't even draw the lines because we was winning. I didn't care about because we was winning. It was the last minute. They said, "No, we can't bother, man. Can't bother." They've won. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, for real.
I thought, you're not taking a piss.
Facts, man. But yeah, man. Liverpool. I think Liverpool will do it. I think they've done enough to get a gap. Me and man were talking about earlier. Like they've done enough to create a gap where they would have to have a mad fall off, and Arsenal would have to go on a mad run. To see,
it's possible. Everything's possible.
And even I said this, it's not impossible to happen. It doesn't
take.
Like
it's a Scottish league, bro. It's not like a Scottish league where you only got to worry about Celtic or Rangers, and then the other teams are this. Bro, you can go to Southampton and lose.
And for example, Arsenal might, because deadline day is tomorrow, so there's a big show tomorrow. I wish
the deadline day was finished with, man. I know we're not going to buy no one. I don't know who else to buy.
It's looking so bad. Liverpool, no one.
Bro, I don't want no one to buy no one. I don't know to buy
Chelsea, even Chelsea, struggling for top 4. No one. Spurs,
no one.
Bro, no one.
Shut up.
You call someone in from loan, innit? That's it. They call someone in for loan. Or
just Caliber from loan. He was already our player.
Chelsea didn't buy no one. We've done
nothing. So,
I've never heard. It's not been heard of.
The only good thing we've done is we've got rid of players who don't want to be, who aren't good enough, like Chilwell's and the Carneys.
Chilwell's gone.
Chilwell's on loan, bro. Yeah.
Where's he gone? West Ham or Palace?
Palace. So that's a good thing.
Chilwell was going to be.
There's man in the changing room who was just lingering, like Nazar, like bad vibes, like this bit negative. It's like, they're not playing, but they're just getting paid. It's a bit tapped. We're getting rid of them, man. But then, like Chelsea and brought nobody in. Arsenal, yes, you won today, but if you hadn't and you hadn't bought anybody, the fan base would be
uproar.
We didn't win today.
So look at us, bro. We ain't even re-signed our players. We ain't even.
The
bare minimum we've done.
When the team's winning, noise is quite us.
But the bare minimum of just re-signing your own players is crazy to me.
I think
we're doing less than minimum.
Dean, I personally think that you've signed VVD, but you haven't announced it yet. But I think Salah and Trent is a bit peak.
Bro, if you haven't, come on, man, you got to announce it because that's just making, bro, that's mad. Like I heard like an illustration the other day, like it's mad. It's like me proposing to, say I propose to a girl, yeah, she says yes, yeah, right? She says yes,
yeah,
but she says I'm not gonna tell no one, I'm not gonna tell no one. She goes to her family's house, they're all cussing me because when are you gonna make this guy? When are you gonna make your wife? I'm getting cussed for no reason. I'm just getting cussed out. But I've really proposed to her. I'm just gonna say no, it's cool. No, bro. I'm not going to get cussed out, and I've already done the stuff.
That's a good point. You've already done that. That's a very
good
point.
I've done what I'm meant to do. I've done my duty, but I'm still going to get cussed. No. I'm going to say, yeah, you signed the contract, man. What's the point of me putting unrest?
What's the point of me saying no and then like it's actually happening? Yeah, it's true.
And it's making a negative vibe at Liverpool. What's the point?
The only thing I argued with the Mandem Dean, I'm going to give it to you, perfect guy to give it to you, yeah, point-wise, is because what if they learnt from the Klopp and saw how that reacted? That could be the only reason why I haven't said it yet. What do you think about that? So you see how Klopp, when they announced it, it backfired. Do you think they're doing a win-win where if they announce at the end and you win the league, they're happy. They'll still be upset, like you said, they're leaving. And if they announce it in the league and they're leaving, it didn't impact.
Oh, you're trying to leave it? Okay.
Yeah.
If they're leaving, that's what
then like that makes sense.
I thought you were talking about if they've signed the contract.
No, if they're leaving, then it's like
that makes sense. Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Of course, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, we know you're going, but be professional, win the league for us, and then
then we'll send you off.
Yeah. If that's the case, listen. Like I said before, I'm about leagues and titles. I'd rather win the league and all three of them leave than keep all three.
100%.
I want trophies, bro. You get me? I want trophies. If they all go,
I agree with you. If someone said Palmer, no, that's leaving, but you win a league in Champions League.
Yeah, I'm taking the trophies, bro. All day. See you later. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here. I don't support players. I support my team.
But you do make good points to like the future. You do want to make sure your team's in a good place for next year because if Salah does leave and Thing does leave, it could be spooky. Top four thing.
It will be. Because you can't replace Salah for one, because you're going to need at least two players. You're going to need a striker and a right winger to replace him because you can't. There's no right winger in world football that can do what Salah's doing. Yeah, and you can't replace Van Dijk. Who do you replace Van Dijk with? You can't get Saliba. So who do you replace Van Dijk with? You get me?
Facts.
Trent, different. That's a different conversation because the manager, how we play, the manager almost should just get a Bob Standard right back that can defend better. You get me? So I don't see that as a major issue compared to the Van Dijk and a Salah situation because they're irreplaceable, Salah and Van Dijk. You get me? Under Klopp, Trent would be irreplaceable because Klopp relied on Trent and his creativity. You get me? But Slot, I don't think Slot.
He doesn't use it the same way.
No.
So you can kind of get away with his.
Yeah, you can kind of get away with a Conor Bradley at right back or getting a not a meaty right back, but just getting a normal right back that does right back stuff, innit? But to replace Salah, what 20-odd goals a season? That's the hardest thing to do, bro. Hardest thing to do is replace goals with goals.
It's so difficult, man. Liverpool's one of them ones like it's really difficult to predict. Like even last year, no one really knew where you'd finish. I lie. Like no one could really say whether you're going to be second. No one said you'd finish first though. No one thought you were in the league, but everyone said you finish what, second, third, fourth, even outside top 4. So next year is the same. Like
next year, you don't know what's going to happen next year.
You don't even know. Like, it might work out, it might not.
Even if we win this league this year, we don't know the managers. We don't know how much money you got to spend. We don't know what players are going to be here. We don't know what players he wants. I don't even know what players he wants because he hasn't bought no one. I don't know what players he likes. So I can't even say, you know what, if he gets this person, that person, this person, I can say the players I want, but I don't know what sort of players he likes. So you get me? I can't even say, oh yeah, he might be crap in the transfer windows. He might be doing well because he has no money to spend. We don't know none of this. He's got Klopp's team, and that might have been the best thing that could happen because he might have bought some dead players for all we know. We don't know, bro.
We really don't know, guys, but we do
all
know
these things we don't know, bro.
What we do know is hit the like button, people. I haven't shouted it once this whole stream, but we're going to end off soon. Speak about Chelsea literally for 2 minutes and we're cutting out. Hit the like button, people. I've seen the stats, like 93% hit the like button. I need to get more people to hit the like button. And the main thing is subscribe to FamZone TV, CP's channel and his TikTok, and Young Jay, who's on the channel doing his thing as well. FamZone TV, as expected, on the road to 1K. They're literally like 90 or 80 away. I checked it just before, so I can know. CP as well, get his social media podcast up. And Jay is nearly on 500 subs. So if all of you went now and hit the like button to sub to them, make a mad difference. So let's do that. Man. Big up. Let's do that. We're working. I was there. We're all there. I'm there as well. One day I didn't hit 1K, now I want 2K. We're all in the same boat. Everyone's always, even the big channels, all the man, Saeed, he's a 140, he wants to get to 150K.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We're all working, bro. We're out here working. We're working. We're doing our stuff, man.
Easy.
So
not
help
easy.
us out, man.
It looks easier than it actually is. But yeah, we're talking Chelsea. Me and Dean and CP when he's back. Chelsea tomorrow playing massive game, Dean, because Bournemouth lost, City lost, Villa lost, and who else lost? One other team. Newcastle lost. So if Chelsea win, everybody lost. So if Chelsea win, they actually create a gap. And we've got good games coming up as well, which we did before, but these are even easier games, you can argue.
That's what you're saying then. West Ham.
So yeah, Chelsea need to win, man. If Chelsea don't win, it's a bottle. The fans,
you're at home, innit? You're at home, innit?
At home.
But it's a deadline day. You got Potter.
Deadline Potter. These are narratives, Dean. Deadline day will be over when the game ends, basically.
So you don't know if
Potter revenge.
You don't know if you need someone.
Potter revenge, yeah. Rivals in terms of West Ham and Chelsea, everyone knows.
Surely not. Sure.
And then we've got the team not playing good. Then we've got no signings. There's going to be a protest before the game. It's peak.
What? Say again? A protest?
Some of the fans are protesting about ticket prices, but what they're really protesting about the club not doing what they want to do.
Ticket prices, but your ticket's always been that. You're London, bro. So
yeah, so Chelsea fan base aren't happy. Ches, can Joe Shields be our only Man City academy ballers or what? Facts. It's so poor. These men are millionaires and they keep going to one scout. This thing.
No, I hear it. Come
on, man. DJ Sav, I like your profile picture. It's quite cool. It says your thoughts on the parts of Chilwell, Palace, and Carney. They're good deals, man. I think Ben Chilwell will get sold eventually. Carney, we're gonna get 40 million from him if they buy him.
How much?
Bro, Fab said it, yeah.
4-0 or 1-4.
Bro, Fab said in his tweet, I was like, sorry? He went, Chelsea with the option to buy will get 40 million and higher for Carney. Yeah. And Dortmund accepted it. I was like, what?
Hold on, for who?
For Carney, bro.
I don't even know who that is.
See, when I saw that, I was like, how did Chelsea manage to swang these men to 40 million?
That's absurd. I've got to respect the business. You lot discovered that. You discovered the Saudi market, so I got to respect the business.
Yeah, Dortmund ain't the richest club. They must rate him. They must rate him quite a lot. Like Dortmund must rate him too. They must think he's like a new Bellingham type thing.
Facts.
But we need to win. Yeah, Chelsea need to win, man. BVD plus 250 million plus in today's prices. Facts.
Bro, you can't replace them.
Buy Salah today would be a lot of money.
You can't buy it. How do you buy him? With what? You have to financially cripple your team to buy him.
Salah in today's market would be like.
There's not a price.
What, how old is he though?
He's 32.
He's 33.
Yeah,
so how much does Ronaldo cost?
Liverpool won't sell him. That's the
it's not feasible.
Ronaldo cost 90 million in 2007.
Yeah, Liverpool won't sell him though. That's the thing.
So if Ronaldo,
that was like mad bread. That was mad.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically, that would now be the equivalent of like 200 million.
Yeah, Liverpool.
So how did you got him? Did Man you have to buy him back?
Yeah,
from Inter. Oh, am I bugging?
Inter? Was that Inter?
He was
Juventus, isn't it? Only Juventus.
Sorry, that's it. Juventus. My bad. Did Man you have to buy him?
I don't know. No, that's a good point. I can't remember.
Because I'm thinking that's because you're right. The money that they would have to they would want to get for Salah, it's not worth anyone else paying that.
It's not worth it. Because
to
sell him,
it's
mad. If you sell him, you can't replace him. So why just not to keep him? There's no money that can buy goals. You get me? So that's the biggest tangible thing in football is goals. You got someone that scores goals, you don't sell that person at the top team.
And that that's Chelsea's problem right now. It's not we're not playing badly, so we're not scoring enough goals.
Exactly.
In a lot of these games, Man City was the only game I would say we played really poor. Sat back against Man City, should have pressed him. CP, you got a bit of echo noise. TV or something.
He's got the telly on. He's watching telly. He's not even listening to us.
No, I'm not. Don't take the piss.
He's watching the whole program.
but yeah, Chelsea's problem is scoring goals, man. That's the problem. So hopefully we could sort that out tomorrow and actually get some goals in.
Yeah.
Can you still hear it?
Yeah.
But it's minor. We're gonna end off in 2 minutes. We're just gonna end off now anyway. But anyway, I was going to say that so people will know my thoughts on Chelsea game. We have to win. It's deadline day. It's pot of revenge. It's West Ham.
You have to.
East London coming to West London. It's peak. This game is 8 o'clock on a Monday night on deadline day.
Under the lights.
Absurd. I feel like you're gonna do them in though.
CP, leave the narratives. Deadline day, nighttime, winter,
mad narratives.
Rivalry.
4-0.
Chelsea should pack. I feel like you're gonna pack. You see this whole pot of stuff come back. No, man. He had it at Brighton once. He's never looked good since. Brighton have such a good infrastructure. I feel anyone looks okay there for a while. I haven't seen him make a good show of himself post Brighton, so I don't have much faith in him, to be honest.
Yeah, Felix. I don't mind selling because he hasn't got great output. But if Chelsea wants 60 million, boy.
60 million, you're not going to get. Come on, man. Where would Felix go? Where would he go? I heard Aston Villa was.
Am I bugging? Why is he not? Why is he not 60 million worth?
Because he's had to. He's living off being a young potential, and he's now 25. That's the problem.
Did you go buy him outright?
We did a swap with Gallagher in it, so it's like 40 million.
Oh, I knew there was something. I knew there was something about this deal. I'm thinking Chelsea.
Oh, you didn't? We didn't buy him. We didn't want him.
I knew it. I was talking about that.
Chelsea bought him because we had to. We had to do them a favor.
It's Atletico that shelled out the mad piece when they spent like 100.
Oh, yeah, they spent like 120 million on them. Release clause from Benfica.
Well, Atletico done that a couple of times. But mad expensive players.
Oh, this is how it works. Chelsea needed favors, so they were like, "We really want Gallagher gone for FFP." They were like, "Cool, in return, you must buy one of our players." Felix has already been here, so they bought him. We bought him, I think, like 45, 50 million. So Chelsea being stubborn, they're like, "We're not going to get rid of him for a lot cheaper." So we either want more money or the same money.
So you feel like he's a has-been? You don't feel like there's a player in there?
Like, this is the thing. Someone asked me the other day, like, I was taking Mikael Rashford, calling him mid. I don't really rate Rashford like that. And they're like, "Do you rate Felix?" And I was like, "No. He's got all the flashy tricks, but he isn't it. Like, he's not it, man." He's our Saka.
When he in loan with you last year? Was it last year he was in loan with you?
He's all right, isn't it?
And he looked good. I swear he looked good.
In the loan spell, he was the best of like a Havertz, Werner bunch, where they're not doing nothing. And so he's got a bit of flair and a bit of tech. So it makes him look even better. Now you've got techie man like Palmer, Jackson, Jaden, Noni, all techie boys, all teched off. He doesn't stand out as a techie man anymore. So now we're looking at him for output, and you're not giving me output, and you're not getting trusted by the manager. That's another problem. That's an issue. Now, is it his fault or the manager's fault? That's another debate.
Is he a 10?
He's a 10, yeah, or centre forward. So
he's
he
an
can
attacker, isn't it? He's an attacker.
But here's
he can run along the whole line.
Our team is the way we play football and the players we have is a little bit not balanced because we've got in Cuckoo, Palmer, and Felix who all play the same role, but ironically, all can't play on the same pitch. Yeah, so it's like one of them can only start.
Yeah.
So who?
That's why Chelsea linked with
Palmer.
Because
you've got to finish this sentence. Palmer.
Oh, do you want to Garnacho?
No. I said this is why Chelsea's going for a winger because we don't want another 10.
Garnacho stinks.
Does he? I still think that there's a decent player in there for some reason.
You think so?
Well, no, I don't know if I wouldn't say as much as decent player, but I've seen him look good at moments. I would say.
He's only 2. I don't want him, but he is only 20, so I'm not going to call him. I'm not going to call him a scrub. He's 20 years old.
Yeah, 20 is a bit harsh.
Using it at home with Palace.
Ches is trying. I hear it. Ches. If he wasn't linked with him and he's playing for Man United, you'd be gone.
I know.
No, but I've seen him save Manu in some games.
Yeah, Manu, anyone can do that right now. Man United stink.
Yeah, but 20 though, bro. You don't
look at thingy. What's his name? Ahmed. Is he really that good, or is he just in a terrible team? Is he really that good?
Who's this?
Or is he just standing at Ahmed?
Diallo. No, that's a very good question. Because
is he really that good, or is he just standing at
boys, when they're losing, when they're beating Liverpool, Man United away, they're quick to praise him. When they're losing at home to Brighton, Palace, and them, man, I don't hear much about Ahmed. Do you?
Hold on, beating Liverpool. Why do you use Liverpool? Who beat Liverpool away?
They drew. Sorry, they drew.
That's Marwan.
When they're winning all these games, Ahmed.
Yeah, Marwan. Oh yeah, remember that? They won. We lost.
They won 2-2.
He said that we lost 2-2.
Oh yeah, that was the funniest stream.
I couldn't believe it. Oh, we won 2-2. What?
No, he was so gassed. He was so. Because you won the game, and you didn't realize.
How do you feel about how you lost? He asked me how do I feel I lost 2-2. It's crazy.
Them man are starving,
They're starving.
Anything. Yeah, bro.
Boy, but yeah, Chelsea tomorrow. I'm nervous. Like the Wolves game we won the other day. I'm very nervous, and that can make. I think, guys, in terms of the Chelsea fan base, if we don't win tomorrow, if it was already 85% more on the directors, it'll probably be at 95%.
Why are you not on the direct? What is it? Bad signings? What is it? I don't understand what
the issue is that we're now 3 years into the rebuild and we haven't moved really. We've gone from
I think it's director's fault.
So like you see how like Arteta, for example, the Arteta process was backed and they came 8th, then 6th, then 5th, then 2nd. Chelsea wanted something like that where we finished 12th, fine. We finished 6th place, we improved. We now can't finish in Europe. Champions League. They don't make sense.
But and your manager's getting backed. I saw your manager getting backed.
No, he's getting back to 19-year-olds. That's why they're upset. They're not backing him with like players who've done it and been there to help the manager.
Well, maybe they've done that route already. They've tried to buy all these expensive players. They're trying to say
100%. Dean, that's why I said earlier, there's no such thing as perfect owners because you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you buy experienced players, they want for the future. If you buy just for the future, why not buy an experience?
You got to have a mixture, innit? You really got to have
in the ideal world, in the mixture. But what club on this table in the top 6 does both correctly? Nobody.
Definitely not
Man City.
Definitely not
Liverpool, not Arsenal, not even.
No, I would say Man City. Man City will get what when Pep wants someone, Man City go there and get it for him.
That's true, but look at them now. Look, me and CP and Jay
got complacent. Pep got complacent.
Exactly, just proves my point. They didn't do it perfectly as well.
I think it's Pep's fault. I think Pep got complacent.
Exactly.
Didn't
even
do the signings.
Even the best ownership in Sheikh Mansour and them, man, and Pep, even they messed up. And they're meant to be the top.
I feel like there's something going on in these windows as well because none of the big teams are spending money.
It's because the opportunity cost. If they spend a lot of money now, it impacts them. So they rather just wait.
It's good though. I like it because now you got to worry about what you're spending now. So you can't just go
now
out
teams
there
a lot more like
mid-season and buy
like
anyone.
Chelsea can sell well. Unless you can sell good, like Chelsea sold good.
Bingo.
Yeah, Chelsea
Unless
do
you can
so
sell good, yeah. If you buy a fuck it, we need the lap. Let's just do it. Then summer now, you can't now get another the lap because A, he's already here, and B, you can't be spending 150 million in 2 days on a player like that. Do you know what I'm saying?
You can't
But
be
people,
getting
we'll end off here. It's late in the UK, man. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's joined the chat. A lot of you still stayed in here. Big up every single one of you as well.
Big up.
Big up CP for joining. Jay, Famzone TV, Dean,
Big up.
Young Jay as well, of course. We'll be back tomorrow. Deadline day show. Obviously, of course, as always, Famzone TV and CP's channels and TikTok are all down in the description below. So check them all out. Hit the like button on your way out. Love, and we'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your night time, man. Rest up.
Man.